This video is all about alternative materials for plates and matrices. So coming up with different ways to still make prints, but maybe you don't have the equipment and materials that you normally would have access to. So just coming up with some different solutions. First one, obvious solution, lino. You might have some lino at home, which is great. If you don't, that's fine too. Think of other things that you can carve. So styrofoam is a really good relief plate option. So maybe you have some styrofoam plates kicking around. Maybe there's some packaging and something that you bought recently. So you can carve this as well. And this is really great because then you don't need carving tools. You can just use like a dead pen that's not giving off any more ink, a pencil, anything like that, a nail, and you could just be drawing with that. And so that's a really great way to still do relief printing at home, but with few materials. Another option for plates is to make a collagraph, and you can make a relief plate out of it. So just getting some cardboard or mat board, maybe you have some lying around, really anything that's like a sturdier surface will work fine. And then you could be adding materials onto this. It could be more cardboard, you could just be gluing it. You could use gel medium, paint, just to make textured surfaces. Or you can treat it as an intaglio plate as well and be drawing into it. So consider different ways that you can use simple materials. You will need to seal these, so with glue or like matte medium or something after to just seal it so then your ink doesn't get into it. You can also consider like making embossment plates with this. So there's a lot of options there. Another one is just some acetate. You probably can't see this. There we go. Or plexi. So these could be really great monotype plates. So you could use this to roll ink up onto, to paint, work additively or reductively. Or you can use it as an intaglio plate too and be doing dry point. So you can actually draw into the surface with an etching needle or another sharp tool and then using that as your plate. I have old aluminum plates from photolitho lying around, so I cut some up, and they're great for dry point. You do need more pressure for printing, so just test that out, but depending on how thick your lines are, you can still get some prints from that. Another great thing that I found recently is like juice boxes. So Tetra Pak, it's like this kind of plastic metallic-y surface, but you can draw into it with a sharp tool, so you can treat this like an intaglio plate or kind of like a relief carving in a way, and use this as a surface. So really great to reuse this, otherwise like kind of useless material that kind of gets recycled, kind of doesn't, but you can use it in your practice too. Another one is just like pieces of wood that you might have. So you could carve this. If you don't have carving tools around, maybe you could cut it or ink up certain parts just to get shapes and texture for printing. And then other options too are just simple materials. So this one's bubble wrap, some textured cardboard, netting, and fabric. So you can use these as stamps. You could use it for frottage, so rubbings. So there's a lot of things around your house that are pretty easy to turn into printmaking materials. The next video is going to be all about ones that you can make into tools and brayers, so you can check that one out. Thanks.